talk show is to show people that even with learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. At the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of disabilities and learning disabilities. That you should never give up or have people label you, and you should prove to them you can still amount to something. And as we were talking about before we got started, catchphrases, my new slogan was I used to use the slogan KeithAndrewNetWork because we care, and we do. But my new slogan is PPW. And it's not like I go PP, but it's PPW. Prove people wrong. And I'm here with the talented and beautiful little
Lital, that's how you pronounce it.
and I forgot how to pronounce your last name. No disrespect.
Lital Doron. Doron.
I'm here with the talented and beautiful Doron. And I just want to say a little Doron, and I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show. And no disrespect on butchering your last name.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a pleasure.
Now, the reason I had a hard time pronouncing your last name was I have this thing on my phone where it's called iSpeech, and it's basically text to speech, so it pronounces it for you in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard Little Doron, I was like, oh, that's how you pronounce it, but you pronounce it a different way, so
Yeah.
we're only human, you know? But with that being said, uncensored, it's freedom of speech, uncensored. It's completely freedom of speech, freedom of self-expression. Say anything you want, do whatever you want. You can get up, walk around, show your place if you want to. Doesn't have to be stationary. And with that being said, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I came from Israel, and I grew up in a war zone in the center of Israel. And all my life, I wanted people to be happy because it seemed really strange to me that I would like to share my happiness, but people around are, bother with the war and the opinions and picking sides and everything. And I would. I used to listen to people and see how I can make people happy. And that became my life goal. So I had two dreams. One was to come to America because I'm a big fan of America. I love the language. I love the people. I love the fact that it's a land of opportunities. And even though it doesn't look like that so much today for some people, I still see the beauty in it. So that was my first dream. And my second dream was to come to contribute to a happy world, because all my life I've realized that all I need to be happy is to see people around me happy. And by doing this, I've started a new production company that is focusing on helping people achieve their dreams. Basically, you have a goal in mind, and let's say if you always wanted to be an actor or a writer or anything like that. So you come to us, you have a session with us 4 times, you have 2 consultations with me and 2 workshops with 5 more people in your group, where you learn to see what skill you want to learn. And then from there, you present that to the people in your group, and we prepare you to learn that skill in 2 months. And during that 2 months, you get to present your idea and have in-class assignments and also homework to prepare you for the production. So after the 2 months is done, we enroll you in a production, so you get to actually accomplish the dream, and you're joining the community of Funny Thoughts Productions. So I call it Funny Thoughts is Open, and it stands for online world, where you get to have a freedom of speech, which is we learn to adjust to positive thinking, to fun thinking, because that's the tool to get us what we want. And it's a production company. It's an education session, and it's a new way of thinking. So we're running with a campaign where everyone is welcome to create their art and mark their name, and even put a picture of them. And we can put it on a t-shirt print and on all kinds of office supplies, stickers, anything like that. And whoever picks, to go with the slogan Funny Thoughts, it means that they decide to take responsibility to no longer blame the world, but be aware of how we feel, how we want to feel, how we want to accomplish our dreams, and how we're going to make it together, because we support each other here in this community.
Now, for people who want to be a part of it, do they have to pay money, and how much money?
Well, some people can pay money, can enroll with the programs. If people can't pay money, they can start creating the art with us. So I want it to be unconditional. I want it to be open for everyone. So we have all kinds of ways to make money with this business. If you want to learn a skill, you don't pay a lot to enroll in a class, and we help you build your. It's more like a resume for professionals, but it's also, we help you be part of the community of artists that create. And for start, if you don't have any money to invest, you can come and work with us in our office to create your art, and then you will work with us to market your logo and your slogan, to factories to start producing stuff. So you can contribute in either way. So it's open for everyone.
Well, like I said, I would love to work with you, and after the show, I do have a lot of ideas for you. And
Great.
one of them is about my talk show. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, one sec. Can I come to you
No
later?
problem. I just happy to know you're okay. I didn't see for a couple of days. I was worried.
Yeah, I know. I'll talk to you later.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay.
Okay.
like I said, it's live. Anything can happen live.
Yeah, that's true. All
Now,
the good surprises.
now I'm going to ask you a lot of easy questions and a lot of hard-hitting ones. And we talked about your company, and that was one subject I wanted to talk to you about. Actually, while on the subject of it, what steps did you have to take? Actually, let's go back to the easy one. So I would make, instead of jumping back and forth, we can just go in a complete circle. So,
Sounds good.
when did you come to America? And
I
when you came to America, was it hard to learn English?
English has always been my favorite language. When I was 6, I realized that there is another language other than Hebrew. And ever since that was my life goal. I'm like, I'm going to know English and I'm going to go to America. So that was always a dream I knew I would accomplish. And at school, we started learning English when I was when you reach to the 4th grade. So I believe that's 7. No, sorry. That's around 9, maybe, the 4th grade. So yeah, I started learning, and I just knew that that's going to be my language. So I just stick to it. And to answer when I came to America was in 2006. It was after my military service. I did my military. I was a commander and a supervisor of reserve soldiers, 400 soldiers. And I felt like I needed to thank the country I came from, because I knew that there was something big waiting for me in America, because I knew that it's connected to the goal of contributing to people's happiness. I've always been good helping people realizing what they want in life, because all my life I've been dedicating that to people. So it was a great adventure to come here in 2006. That's where Funny Thoughts started, because at one point I was a soldier still in 2006. And then I went to Hollywood, where, as a soldier, you can't really do anything. You can't think on your own. I mean, you have to get commands from your commanders and obey. And when I came here, I saw that Hollywood is so different. And it's up to us to live our lives by the place that we choose to live in and the environment that we surround ourselves with. So it was a really great trip. And I came here with a friend of mine, that together we started our journey, and we took a lot of pictures and a lot of great stories that follow us toward this goal to make Funny Thoughts a business.
Oh, that's really cool. Now I'm going to ask you two easy questions, then we got to go back to your company. When you went to college, were you a study nerd or party animal? And did you ever do any sports growing up?
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of sports. Actually, I would like to to put sports, like team of sports. I love soccer and basketball, and we have a court very close to this office. So I grew up playing a lot of basketball and soccer and stanga, which is like you play it with a soccer ball where you have to hit the ball only once and hit the goal. And I grew up a tomboy between my two brothers, and I am still climbing trees. I'm a big fan of activities and sport. I'm vegetarian as well, so I feel light in life.
All right. What about? Did he ever get the chance to do one of those human pyramids, or are you not a human pyramid girl?
Oh, wow. I've done that a long time ago, only in my childhood. I haven't done that ever since, but I would love to.
I love that stuff. I'm a loser.
That's great.
But hey, maybe you're interested. Maybe you can help me do one.
Yeah, I would love to. That's fun. I'm
Now,
always for fun stuff.
oh,
I'm down for
absolutely.
it.
That's the whole point of life, doing fun and different things.
Exactly.
Now, going back to your company, uh, what were the what were the steps that you had to take? How did this all come about? And you mentioned you were in your office. How did that come about? Did you have like certain plans and ideas that you wanted to create? And how did this come about from being in the army saying, okay, I'm serving the country and thank you for your service? And how did that transition?
Well, when I came here in 2006, I knew that that's my place. That was the first time in my life that I really felt home and belong. And I am a scriptwriter. I went to study scriptwriting in Canada for 2 years in 2010 to 2012, right before I came back to LA. And that's where I formed Funny Thoughts. So when you learn the structure of writing, it helps you build the story, analyze the world that you live in, and create your character with the goal of accomplishing funny thoughts. So I was here. I'm a musician as well. So I came back here and I took a short program as well to improve my guitar skills because I write songs as well and I play and sing. I love the guitar so much. And so I came here and I started working on creating funny thoughts back in 2011. So I would just sit in front of the computer learning anything I need to know, entrepreneurship and how to use even, HTML. And I was trying to put the website together and I was trying to understand what it's like. The reason that I created Funny Thoughts was I know that when people do what they want, they're really happy. And when you're happy, you allow the positive energy and the positive vibration to create your reality. And people are not aware of how much that's important. It's way more important than listening to fear because you follow your passion rather than your fear. And then it gets you to where you want. So there is no real fear in this world other than, our own for no reasons. And we always know how to feel it. So I was creating funny thoughts. All of the all of the logos you see, like everything is original. It's I was sitting for 13 hours a day creating everything, you know, to have the vision big. And I was thinking about my friends. How can I create an environment for all my friends who are working or looking for a job to merge in the industry, and it's so hard for them? So the idea came from my desire to gather everyone and just create work, create opportunities for people, but not just creating them, asking them what they want and put that as their goal, like they are the protagonist in their own movie. And then all of us will make that happen because everything is perfect when we know and follow the heart. So to find the office, I found it on the same week, on the same day actually, when I was looking for that office. I started spreading the word when I came here. I registered Funny Thoughts in Canada at first, and then I came back here in 2012, and I had a different vision. It was more like understand why is it so hard for people to live life happily. So I went through a lot to really understand the system, the game, the obstacles along the way. And when I realized that it's all concluded with fear, fear of the unknown. And this fear is also excitement. Sometimes we don't know how to look at that. So some people will say that's risky, and they would push that aside because of everything that we already have in life that is fulfilling us with so much with time. So I've realized that my goal is to overcome my fears, and then once I do that, I can be an example for Funny Thoughts and in the community to show people that we have two decisions that we follow. Whether we follow the desires to do what we want, or we follow fears to maybe there is a possibility that something bad may happen, so we'll work toward that to prevent it. And since for a few months now, right before I found the office here on Melrose and Alta Vista, it's in Hollywood and Los Angeles, California. So I discovered this video by a name. I would tell that because it's very important. It's called Abraham Hicks, and it's a series of videos on YouTube of a woman that talks with her spiritual guide that tells all the unconditional life and worlds that are out there for us, and that we are the deliberate creators on our own world. And it's very important how we feel, because that's how we create reality. She has a book called Ask and It's Given, and I've realized that was the secret back in the day, that the industrial era wanted to scare people, to intimidate people, that they will follow one community and then the community will create wealth for a corporation. But today we live in an informational era. So we have robots to actually do the job, and we're able to create our desires and go with that. So ever since, yeah, I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'll come down later in a few minutes, okay? What's that? Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the office is always open for everyone. Everyone is welcome here. So back to the issue was that I really discovered all the questions that I always had about how can we show people the way that whenever they feel and follow their heart and really go with that, so that's the right way, because everyone was born with that. That's our indication to know whether we're on the path or not, because there is no competition really in this world. There is your path. You're the winner of your own world, and it's up to you to go and accomplish your desires. And you have people around you so to support, and you support them. So we just need a community to be able to do that. So as opposed to other businesses, I'm happy to share my knowledge with Abraham Hicks about Abraham Hicks with people, because that's the truth. It's very crucial for us to be happy all the time. And also religion is saying that, all kinds of clues in religion, that's the most important law, to always be happy. Growing up in Israel and following the Jewish religion, today I respect everybody's opinion, and everybody's amazing. But I feel that, every person has the ability to choose for their own, and no matter what. And when you choose your path with your heart, there is no competition. You'll get anything that you want in life. And Abraham Hicks is my proof that I'm not just thinking that on my own. I have other people who follow her and, listen to her. the spiritual guide that shows us that anything is possible in this world. And because I know that for so long, I wish to be the place that for people to always feel that they're welcome. Any idea that they want, I'm here for them to help you create it in a community. It's not a community where we're scaring you to do your job. I actually believe that when you don't work hard, you get more results because you don't let time play with you. You let your passion play with you. So I care about how you feel. I care about your passion. And my goal is to make your life happy by providing you the environment and tools to create what you want and the consultation to understand what you want to accomplish in life, and then produce it together as a production company. Isn't it exciting? I'm just like, I love this. I'm so happy to wake up in the morning and know that I can do that because it's my desire. And I'm a receiver because I want to see the world this way. Funny Thoughts is not just me. It's been accepted through me. It's been received through me. But I feel like everybody wishes for that. So I'm just open to let it flow through me. But everyone is creating it. I'm just one person. The community is the one that's going to make it big and going to make the world really happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm going to pass the show over to you for the last 13 minutes that we have left. You can ask me anything you want, say anything you want. You can get up, walk around, social place if you want. You know, it's
Okay.
completely whatever you want to do. So I'm passing the show over to you.
Okay, so first of all, I'm so glad that you contacted me. You and I were have been in contact for months, and actually months ago, and then we stopped communication because all kinds of stuff, things happened that I guess both of us were busy to communicate. But yesterday, you just gave me a phone call again, and it was just perfect. You know, I'm so tuned with everything, and I'm so happy that you contacted me because I really adored everything that you told me that you're doing. Because, you know, disabilities are just one tiny obstacle that is not even an obstacle. It's just, you know, something that we see as a condition. But you are the proof that we have an unconditional life, and because you know you're not going to get this condition interfere with your life. As a matter of fact, you're doing way more than people who don't have any disabilities. So I'm very curious to see how you started your path.
All right, well, let's see. Let's try and find the words for it. There's a lot of different variations of the story I use. But I have ADD. I have AD. Let's see, ADD, ADHD. I have social anxiety. I have panic attacks, and for the longest time, and that's only tip of the iceberg. And for the longest time, I was using my disability as a crutch. Can't do this. I can't do that. I'm gonna work in retail the rest of my life, or I'm gonna be a burden for people or for my family. And one day, I said, screw it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna show people that say, hey, you labeled me as mentally challenged, handicapped, retarded, but I'm gonna show you that those labels does not dictate how I'm gonna live my life. So I'm using that as motivation to say, you know what? He's saying I have a disability, I'm mentally challenged, I'm retarded. Okay, all that's doing, it's showing me that one, you're ignorant, and two, you don't have a bigger picture for me. And I'm going to use that as ammunition. Say, I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to make any type of statement that I need to prove to you that I can be on the same level as you and go up and beyond. Because we're all climbing on the ladder. We're all using that the metaphor of, you know, I use the leash in a way the metaphor of the leash. Here's the leash, and you're gonna go as far as the person wants you to go, and they will say, "Hey, here's the leash. We gave you all this room. We're gonna see what you do with it now." Oh, well, you're struggling. That's why you're on a leash. But once you start going and going, and you start pulling, you realize you're only gonna go as far as that person wants you to go. And I mentioned the ladder, but the other scenario I use is the glass ceiling. You gotta climb, 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 and you gotta hit the ceiling. And when you start pushing on the ceiling and take reference from Jim Morrison, use a reference from Jim Morrison, break on through to the other side. Once you push on the ceiling and you start breaking through,
Yeah.
then people start looking at you like, oh, is he ready? Is he capable of doing this? But the glass ceiling scenario, the leash scenario, or climbing a ladder, one ring at a time. For your perfect example of that, from coming from Israel, coming to America, from serving in the army, creating your own company. For me, from having panic attacks, ADD, whatever things, and creating my talk show, I'm right behind you, climbing that ladder, and it's just basically saying, hey, I have a disability, but look at what I'm able to accomplish. And it's about proving to people you can still amount to something.
Mm-hmm. It's about proving yourself at some point, because we are what we say we are. And right now you say that you have a disability, but you don't no longer let it be a condition to you. And that's what makes you healthy, And I'm really happy to hear that everything that you're saying about that, because it's so amazing and it's so true, and you're a living proof that you can accomplish anything in life if you put your mind to it, and if you don't let other people show you the road, because only you feel how you feel, and it's really beautiful. So how long have you done that? I mean, has it been since you started, and what was the steps that you took?
Well, I used to work in retail, and make a long story short, we used to work in retail. I got sick out of it. Basically, how I give you a perfect scenario of what happened. Working in the store, how we're talking back and forth, and we're building a friendship and supporting a good cause. You would run to the back, say, "Oh, Keith is stalking me. Keith is doing this. Keith is doing that." I would be called in the back. I would get yelled at, and I can't snap my fingers, but not saying you, but the person, but you're playing. So it's as soon as the door opens, we're just fucking with you, and it's uncensored. You can curse if you want to. We're fucking with you. We're having fun with you. We're screwing with you. We know you have a learning disability. We know you're mentally challenged. Don't take it so personally. It's just fun and games. And as soon as you would walk away, the back door would swing open and say, "God damn it, Keith, didn't we just tell you to stay away from her?" And I would point at the camera saying, if you look at the camera, that person came to me. Oh, well, we don't have audio. And how do we know that you didn't call her over? And this went on for months. And I don't mean to bitch to you. I apologize. But
No, it's okay. Everything is good. Everything is an indicator of whatever you want or don't. If you don't want something, it's because there is something waiting for you that you do want. So it's all good. That's how you get into your conclusions.
and basically, this went on for months, and I spent more time in the bathroom throwing up and having a panic attack, and I was getting sick out of it. So I was forced to resign because I couldn't take it anymore. It took me a whole year. This is 2007. It took me a whole year to recover from 2008, and I went to West Point in 2009. They were offering classes for people who have disabilities who want to become a custodian and be certified as learn the custodial arts. So I am now certified to work in New York State as a custodian. I have a little paper that says that. And I tried going back working at Home Goods, and I didn't want to do it. I was there for a day or so, and I said I can't do this. It's not that it was beneath me. It was basically, it felt like I was going backwards, and I felt like my family is saying this is what it's expected of you. I worked with a company that helps special needs people who are disabled and handicapped to help them get a job and whatever. And they were like, this is what is expected of you. And I just felt like I was being choked, but I was being smothered, saying, this is what is expected of you. They say this is what's expected of you. And I was getting sick of hearing that. And I use my family for perfect example because everyone had learning disabilities at one time or another. But one went on tour, one's a school teacher, one's a poetry writer. And I was like, what about me? Can I do that? No, you're got to work in retail. You're for the rest of your life. You got to be in a group home. You got to be a burden. So that's when I said, screw it. I'm gonna show you that I can still amount to something. And 2013, I did my demo years. Don't ask me why. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but looking back,
because you felt it. You just felt it, and you needed to admit to yourself that no matter what everyone is saying, you need to believe in yourself.
No, absolutely. And the reason I said it was a stupid idea on my part, because I was doing phone interviews, and at the time I was talking to Blog Talk Radio. I was like, oh, cool, I can do work as them, pay them $40 a month, and that's like uncensored, but it's a whole big thing. And I was like, I didn't want to do it because unless you're traveling and unless you're really famous, people are not gonna sit there and listen to a blank screen and have people yammer on. That's not gonna work. And so I did it over, people, and it still gets me. People say, you have this great format. Why aren't you as bigger? Blank, bigger when you portray yourself to be? Why don't you have sponsors? Why don't you have people helping you, endorsers? Well, would you like to help me with that? No, if you can't do it yourself, then it's not meant to be. And I was like, I didn't say it to them, but that's basically said, yeah, thank you for your time. After I hung up, it's like, yeah, thank you for wasting my time, asshole. So he just basically throwing it back in my face. So I did it over. One guy said to me, do it over and see where it goes. And when I did it over, I got up, thanks to you, to 289. Doing the video format, I refuse to do audio. Under no circumstances will I do audio, because I interviewed a wrestler. I'll give you a perfect example of why. I interviewed a professional wrestler named Double J Jet Jarrett.
Okay.
And he only wanted to do audio. Wasn't going to argue with him. Wasn't going to start anything. I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity, because he is a Hall of Famer. I said, fine, you want to do an audio? Fine. His interview never got over 100. It's moving, I guess. Yeah, people are watching, but it's really slow. Lots of numbers. But, I interviewed, and I'm doing group interviews, double interviews, and they're getting, 200s. One interview, I interviewed Trisha Mangarant and her husband, and that interview got over 700 hits.
Wow.
I interviewed Lenny Bravo, the brother of Macho Man Randy Savage, over 200. I interviewed Sonny Ono and other professional wrestlers, and they were over 100. And it depends on the person, depends if they're motivated. And I'm looking and saying, if we did a video, then you can easily get over 100 hits. But you want to do audio, and I don't do it. I don't do audio. That's why I did interviews in the past. I got rid of them because I felt because it was a blank screen and I did yes I recorded it. It's a blank screen. It's a video. It's my introduction playing over and over and over. Who's gonna sit there for half hour and watch that video? Because you're gonna get sick of it.
Yeah,
So
that's when we can get creative and like fill the screen with something, animation or anything.
right,
That could have been funny to put animations of them talking, huh? Of you two talking.
that's why I do, like I said, animation. That's why it's got to be face to face.
Mhm.
If you watch season one, season two, how I'm in a little box, or I'm in the big screen and you're in the little box, that was season one. In season two, so this is, I'm gonna give you an example. Season one, I record. You would be on my phone, and my camera would be recording what sort of image. That was season one.
Okay.
Season two, I had the camera record from the computer screen. Now season three, I have Skype recorder. It's going to be cut in half. I'm on the right and you're on the left, and it's HD. So you watch from season one, from 2013. You watch from 2014, 15, and now 16. You can see the transition and how it came over. But to make a long story short, I just got tired of using my disabilities. And there's different variations of the story too. But wrapping up, do you have any funny stories that you would like to share? Or how can our fans follow you on social media? Are you on Twitter, Stage 32, LinkedIn?
Yes, all of it. If you type on Facebook Funny Thoughts Productions, you can reach our page. We also have some Funny Thoughts groups. So if you like us, then you can send us a message if you want to be part of it. So we can send you a link to the group. So we have two types of groups. A group where you want to be just, part of it, as in entertaining yourself with that, or if you really want to be active, so a creator. So you can choose, you can be part of both of them, because it's never about choosing a side, it's getting all of it. And we also have a Twitter. It's Funny Thoughts Pro. You can Funny Thoughts P, I'm sorry. And we are on I am on LinkedIn. You can find my name, Lital Doron. And I have my website. It's www.litallywood.com, which is LITALYWOOD.com. That's where you can see all the work that I'm doing, and you can see the animation. This is the flyer that we have 5,000 copies. We invite people to fill in their information, and to understand what is their dream job. So anything is possible. You write down your dream job, and then you call us and you talk to us, and we'll prepare you to learn what you want. So there is this email address, funnythoughtsproductions@gmail.com. And you can call the office. It's 323-592-3993. And just type Funny Thoughts Productions, you'll find us. You will recognize the logo.
Now, wrapping up, I'm going to ask you one hard-hitting question. And I took this from Bill O'Reilly, so all credit goes to the factor. So going on the record, and you can be completely honest, when I first approached you and told you about my talk show, what made you say yes?
What made me say yes?
Yes, what was your first response? What was your reaction? Be completely honest, what was your first response, reaction, what made you say yes, and how you feel now?
Okay, that's easy. First of all, when you get to know me, you know that I always say yes. Because I love people, and I see the beauty in everyone. And then the second part was reading what you were saying, which is, it seemed like a great opportunity that needs to be supported as well. And, we live in this world together, and when we share, we understand so many things. so many secrets that we're not aware of. And just seeing you doing what you do, despite the disabilities, you still keep on going. That's very beautiful. And I had to be part of it, you know. And to tell you the truth, there is a secret that I've realized in this world, that as much as all the opinions around are saying all kinds of things, when I ask people about what they like, or, you know, their desires and what do they think about, there is no hate in this world. So people tend to say that they don't have hate in their heart, but other people do. Everyone is saying that, and I have no idea who those people are, because all I know is that everyone has love in their heart to give to others, or lack of love where they don't know how to give. And that's frustrating for people because there is lack of communication. So I can tell you that when I read your message, I felt love in my heart right away. And I can guarantee you that all the people who try to communicate with you have love in their heart, and they don't know how to communicate sometimes. So sometimes we translate it as not love, but it's just because we have lack of communication. But this is about to change because we're taking actions. You're taking action. I'm taking action. And people take action because people want to be happy. So that's the energy we present to the environment, and that's what we're gonna get in return.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple questions off the air, but wrapping up, I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Thank you so much for having me.